I just had a very sobering and very inspiring visit to Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School. I want to thank Principal Ty Thompson and Assistant Principal Denise Reed for their hospitality and their kindness in bringing me around the school and helping me meet many of the faculty, many of the students, much of the leadership from this community. It was a very, as I said, sobering and inspiring moment and visit. And I come committed on behalf of this administration to continuing to work to find solutions so that no student and no parent ever has to go through what this community has had to endure. We've had a number of listening sessions already. We will have more. And we are committed not only to listening but to action. We know that there are many common solutions that we can find common ground on, and we are committed to furthering and advancing those things that are going to help ensure that students like these and all those across the country are going to have the opportunity to learn in safe environments. I give a lot of credit to the students here who have found their voices and encourage them to continue to speak out about finding those solutions and having adults pay attention. They have a lot of really important and worthwhile things to say. So with that, I will look forward to your questions.
What did the students tell you, Madam Secretary? What did you hear from the students?
I heard a variety of things from the students that I spoke with. Some of them are doing quite well, but they all acknowledge that it's a day-to-day situation. For students who were actually in the building involved, it's very tough. I did note, however, there are a number of helper dogs around the school, comfort dogs, and I spoke with a small group of students that are having a particularly tough time. And when I asked them about if any of them had had opportunity to connect with the dogs, all of their faces lit up in an amazing way. So that was encouraging. The students, there were a number of student newspaper reporters who walked around the building with me, and they are obviously very, very interested in seeing what adults are going to do about this whole situation and what we're going to do to find common ground and common solutions to carry forward.
What did you tell them?
I told them that I am very interested in hearing from them, as well as all of those. That we have a lot of people across the country in states and communities that have addressed some of the concerns and some of the issues that have arisen here in different ways, and we need to help elevate all of those opportunities and help make sure that people know there are solutions that can be engaged immediately, and there are some common sense steps that can be taken. We just need to make sure that we do them, not just talk about them.
Secretary DeVos, you've said before you're in favor of arming teachers, the overwhelming number of teachers in this district. The superintendent came out yesterday with a resolution from this district saying it's something they oppose. The majority of these students have said that it's something they are not in favor of. Is this something that you are in favor of pushing, or just something you'd be okay with if it happens?
Well, let's be clear. I think it's to say arming teachers is a oversimplification and a mischaracterization, really. I think the concept is for those schools and those communities that opt to do this, as they have in Texas and as they have in Polk County and other places around the country, to have people who are expert in being able to defend and having lots and lots of training in order to do so. Polk County is a great example here, where those who are deputized within the school personnel, I don't know if there may be some teachers, there's probably other school personnel as well, but they are required and requested to do training above and beyond what the deputies in that county actually train to. So the standards are held very, very high. And I think that's a model that can be adopted and should be an option for schools, for states, for communities, but it's certainly not one that needs to be required or mandated for every community.
How did these students react to that notion when you spoke to them
We didn't have a conversation about that.
And nobody raised the issue with you about?
No, I was just there to be with them.
Madam Secretary, to bounce off what she was saying, there's currently a bill that passed this week by the Florida Senate that is proposing $67 million for the type of people that you were talking about. They're being deputized. Unfortunately, it only provides 132 hours of training. In Florida, the minimum is 770 hours. Do you think that is an adequate amount of training? I was in the Marines before I was a journalist, and I never got enough training. So for people who are going to be volunteering to take this mission on, is that adequate enough training?
Well, I think that's something the Florida legislature is obviously wrestling with right now. And I think the requirements obviously need to be very, very high, and they need to be ones that whatever community embraces this feels comfortable with.
But you as a strategic planner, your mission is now not only ed policy and predictable budgets, it's now safeguarding the students with your care. What would you recommend to these state legislatures? Is that the high standard that you're talking about?
I think I have confidence that the Florida legislature is airing this issue very well and very widely, and I have confidence that they're going to arrive at a good and appropriate solution.
Did you make any promises to any of those students? And so what?
I told the student newspaper reporters that I would love to come back sometime in an appropriate amount of time and just sit down and talk with them. So.
Madam Secretary, any specific measurements or any specific measures that you would support to make schools safer? That some of the students are asking for a ban on assault rifles, they're asking for a wide variety of things, the parents are asking for things. Can you tell us anything specific that you would support?
I think the President has advanced a number of issues that the Congress has to consider. I think there are some pieces of legislation that have been introduced in Congress that there's widespread support for, the STOP legislation being an example of that. And I think that there's an opportunity to take some practical steps that many, many people agree on and to continue pushing forward on things that have broad support, both at the federal level. And then I think that it's appropriate to take a really robust inventory of what states are doing and what local communities are doing and elevate those things that are working well and encourage others to adopt them.
Thank you, Press.
Any specific things?
We'll have more on that in the future.
Secretary.
It says public schools and says no to arming teachers. Are they arming teachers?
5 questions, that's it?
Wait.
Thank you, Secretary.